I could do that. Uh, I'll need to get my notes real quick just to check the specifics. But we were sent to help some dwarves, the Iron Shields, I believe, the Iron Shield clan.
Nailed it.
We were sent. I forget. Not Farouk, but close. I think we
Fargus,
might have.
yes.
I forget if we were sent by Farouk or to see Farouk.
You were sent to see Farouk by
Fargus.
by
Yeah,
by
Fargus is the
no
guy.
no no Far- yeah,
No, no,
Fargus
no.
was the
Fargus
dwarf.
is the
Yeah.
guy, and Jurgen
Yep,
sent us
Jurgen
there.
Knied. Yep, Jurgen Knied sent you there.
Then we found out what was going on. Some dwarves kind of just disappeared before the festival, and some other dwarves, family and friends, went to save them. Didn't do a great job because no one's back. And now we're heading down into the darkness. Hopefully to come back so I can make stuff for the contest. And
I know you're very excited about that. Yes.
and also, there has been a roper that appeared back here behind us.
Yes.
And we are getting ready to squish this guy.
So you guys, just so I can give you a better view, this is I found this picture and I thought that this was great. This is what a roper looks like. All right. So they look like a giant rock with this huge sort of bulbous eye, a massive maw lined with these like pincer-like teeth, and they have several tentacles that they look almost like, if you can imagine what Spider-Man's web must look like, that's what these tentacles look like they're made of. They just look like this sort of sticky goo that would cling to anything. They're large. It's a large creature, and they have an ability that if they're not moving, you cannot see them.
Yeah.
They're like those rock things you guys fought when you did the one-off with Eleanoa and Archon, where it like you guys can notice that maybe there was something weird about them, but you're not going to know what it is. Like you just it's called hide in plain sight, basically.
Yep.
So you guys step forward. All of a sudden, like Seraph kind of goes like, "Oh shit, my sword is glowing." You guys do a perception check. Couple things you notice. One, on the ground, I think I told you, especially on the pathway that Reamer, yeah, I said that right, Reamer and Seraph are on, it looks like something heavy got dragged through and then kind of disappeared behind you. And then the next thing, the people with the best like perception checks heard like a light thump. And then we rolled for initiative. And according to what I have, I've got Seraph at 20. I've got Braylon and Bralin at 15 apiece, and then I got Reamer at 8. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, cool. And then the other thing that I told Kevin, TJ, and I apologize for this, there's been a slight retcon that I may re-retcon later. Braylon and Bralin were supposed to be a wizard and a bard, and D&D Beyond ate the bard that I made. So I have a pre-made 6th level fighter that you guys will be Bralin for tonight. So
Okay.
So in fact, I may have just confused that. So hold on, I just want to make sure that I'm not screwing this up. The dumb thing about Braylon is the wizard, and Bralin is the fighter.
Brawling because he's brawl.
Good enough. Also, I really love these names. I kind of want to go hang out with them too. All right. So that being said, the Roper scored a 23 for its initiative. So once it drops to the floor, and whoever heard it kind of was like, "There's trouble afoot." I'm not going to give it the surprise round that I initially was going to give it. So instead, it's going to lash out with these. What is it? With these 4 tentacles. It's going to send one. You know what? Let's use some randomness here. Let's use some dice. TJ, what's your favorite number on a D4?
The one you don't know.
The one
That's like Tom
going
Brady's
4.
answer for a Super Bowl. What's the sweetest one? The next one.
What was it, TJ? A 4?
Yep.
All right. and I rolled a 4. All right. So there are going to be 3 attacks that come at you. I'm sorry. There's going to be 1 attack at each of you, and one of them will miss you because you called the number. I'll say that got you out of prison. So first attack's coming at you. I'm going to roll. What am I going to roll? What am I going to roll tonight? I'm going to roll
Poorly.
Well, I don't know. I wish I still had my blue die because that one was really random. But all right, here we go. First roll against against Seraph is a 14 to hit. Does that hit?
Nope.
Okay. Second attack is going to be against the wizard. That might hit. That's not great. Dex. Armor class. Yeah, that definitely hits the wizard. That's shitty. Third attack is against the fighter. He rolled a natural 2. And the fourth attack is against the fighter against... he hits the fighter. Does he hit the fighter? Yes, he hits the fighter. And so, TJ, your character, like these tentacles, these long, sticky tentacles, lash out, and you kind of like pirouette out of the way as it like kind of like bullwhips and like towards you. But you notice, or at least you hear, because like your vantage point is a little funny right now, this like wet, sickly like spaghetti hitting like a towel rack like sound. And you hear both Braylon and Browlin like, "Oh no! The Ropa's got us!" And I'm gonna, you know what? I'll keep this random. Okay, that might work out. The Roper starts to reel the fighter Browlin towards him, and you see this. You see Browlin just go. I gotta go back to this. 10, 15. And the Roper's mouth opens up and attempts to just chomp down on him. That is... Oh, and he hits. I didn't think that was going to work, but it did. That does a lot of damage. Okay. And Brolin starts screaming as like these teeth pierce through the armor that he's wearing, and you can see like just this dark red stain start showing up on his midsection where he just got bit into. All right, Seraph, it's your turn.
Okay. So he's grappled right now?
He is actually in the mouth of this creature. There are 2 tentacles that are still out there. Actually, they pulled it back. There's one tentacle that you can see that's still Braylon must be, but you're not quite sure because it's kind of around the corner from where you are. But you definitely see that if that tentacle had connected to you, there's a real chance that it could have reeled you in and tried to take a bite out of you.
Right. Let's go. So I'm gonna run up here, and I'm hoping to try and cut the tentacle. I mean, is this?
Brolin, remember, fight that's in the maw. All right.
And he has a tendril connected.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
A 6. Oh shit. 25.
That is a hit. Give me some damage.
Boom. 7 points of damage.
Okay, you bring. What are you wielding? It's a greatsword. No, what do you have?
Longsword.
Longsword. So you pull out this like gleaming blade. That, I mean, you kind of already had it, but you kind of like bring it up over your head, and you're like, "Foul creature, no!" You bring it down, and you sever through the tendril like clean. Where you cut through, the tendril around Braylon drops, just like drops to the ground. But the tendril itself, all of a sudden, like the rest of it goes like and like sucks back into the Roper. And give me a perception check.
Plus 2, 14.
14 is enough to see that it pulls back in, and like from another pocket next to it, this exact duplicate of it comes back out, ready for action.
Okay.
You moved a little bit. You took an action. What else do you want to do on your turn?
I still have a second attack. So, with this action. So I'm hoping to run up again and...
Okay, I'll give it to you.
Run up.
Yeah, 5th edition doesn't say that you can't like move attack moves. So okay.
All right. So I'm gonna get close to the roper and attack.
Swing away.
Is
I tell you right now that is it. What did you do for damage?
cool. Oh shit. 13 points of damage.
Okay, so you come down with this longsword a second time, and it like this thing is literally like its hide is made of stone and like bits of like hardened like flesh that hold the stones together, and like you find like a chink between it, and you like slice in, and you see it opens up, and this like black ichor, like it's not the color of blood, it's like this ichor is like starts to spray out of it a little bit. Good hit, but this thing's got a lot of life left in it.
Okay.
All right, what else are you doing? Anything?
That is it.
Some
for
kind
now.
of like bonus zony action or anything like that? No?
Bonus actions? No, I don't think I have any of those right now, or any that I
Okay.
want to use. So that's it.
Okay, cool. Then it goes to Braylon. And Braylon, I just need to double check this because I think I'm going to do this.
Oh, actually, there is one thing I could do possibly. I have the Shield Master feat, and I can
What does
take
that do?
a couple different things, but one of these is I can, after I take the attack action, I can use a bonus action to shove a creature with my shield. And if I shove Brawlin over here 5 feet, would that break the grapple?
So I'd say that you could try to do that if you beat the strength check DC of this monster, of this roper. You can knock him out of his mouth, but he will take a little damage. Not the 23 points of damage he just took, but he will take a little damage as you sort of like physically push him out of these teeth that are chomping on him right now.
Yeah. Cool. So just like a straight up attack?
So I would say like a straight up. So when you do your shield move, is it like an athletics check or a strength check? I would say if athletics gives you a better check, then do an athletics check.
I believe it should be about the same. I'll have to look at shove again. I'm pretty sure it's a contest. So
your athletics would be strength plus proficiency if you're proficient in it.
Right.
Proficient in it, and I'm assuming that you probably are.
Yeah, so that would be an 18 total.
Oh man, DC 17 to do this. You crush it. You come up and like, is it like what do you have, like a buckler, or like what's the shield that you have?
It has
like
spike in the middle.
A spike in the middle? I would
You
hurt
just ram
him.
the spike.
You just stab him with it and just kebab him, and then you yank him out with the force of that. You just like,
Braylon
just put me back
wailing.
in.
Braylon's dying. Yeah. Oh shit. So is it like a tower shield, an iron shield, like a small shield?
Yeah,
What kind of shield is it?
I would think like a tower shield, and then I would try to, with like a holy symbol on it, and I would just kind of whack him out of the way.
I like it. So you just come off, and it's like swinging a barn door into him. You're just like, bam! And he's going to take, all right, 4 more points of damage. It's not looking good. But you knock him out of his teeth, and he kind of like falls down. Actually, you know what? I'll give him an acrobatics check. to see if he can land like on his feet. It's a 12. What's his Dex? No, he definitely doesn't. He's got a couple negatives, and dexterity is one of them. So he falls to his feet, or falls to his knees rather. So he's kind of there, like gasping for breath. You just ripped another little chunk out of him. That like dark moon vermilion is like spreading around more of his armor. It's now his brother's turn, but that was a good move. Good thinking. His brother, seeing what's going on, and just starts to like wave his hands around in front of him, and this pool of like blue energy starts to pulse and then starts to like turn into an ice ball, almost like when Sub-Zero is getting ready to like do, like a snowball attack, and just like exactly, an ice Hadouken, and just wordlessly like starts to make the motion with his hands, but instead of like doing the double hand chest pats, once his hands are by his chest, he just inhales and blows, and this ball of like arcing snow power just goes and flies across. Ooh, that's gonna be a hit. And all of a sudden it smashes into the side, like it sort of goes by you. Seraph, you feel like some of the hairs on the side of your head kind of like freeze over a little bit as it passes by your face, and it slams into the side of this creature. And it does a bit of damage. Let me get us some dice and tell you what it does. Good on one, not so good on the other. Rolled a total of 16 points of damage. Pretty cool. 15 points of damage. And this creature looks like it's taken a bit of beating, but it looks like it's, a Timex watch. It's still kicking. All right, that was Braylon. Bralin is going to stand up. The first thing that he's going to do, I just want to make sure he is going to use as a bonus action his second wind, because he did just get the shit kicked out of him. And that was a really good roll. 8 and 6 is 14, so he goes up 14. Okay, so he's looking a little better, and then he's going to do a full attack against this thing using. He has 2 hand axes, and so he actually gets to do 3 attacks. So first attack is, what is his hit? What is this to hit? I have it in front of me. Oh yeah, I do. First attack, a hit. I can't believe this guy's hitting. Second attack, a hit. Third attack, almost a critical. 3 hits. Okay, so let's do it. All right, somebody help me with that. 10, 11 plus 15 is 26. Plus 3 is what?
29.
29?
Yep.
I'm sorry. Okay, so I have 11 points on the die. Sorry, 11 points on the die. Yeah, plus 15 is 26. Okay. All right, so he pulls out these hand axes. Like, he stands up, all of a sudden he kind of like, I imagine like the fighters kind of like, I forget what that anime was I watched at one point, but this guy gets stabbed and then he gets angry and is like, "Argh!" and like clenches his muscles, and it forces the knife to pop out and like sutures the wound. So I imagine that like Bralin stands up and is like, "Argh!" and by like just getting angry and flexing his muscles, like some of all the tooth wounds, maybe not the wound where he got ripped out of the mouth with a shield, but most of the wounds start to heal up, and he gets a considerable amount of health back. And then he just lashes out with these hand axes. He's just like I just imagine somebody with tomahawks, like chop, 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 like coming in. All 3 hit, does a total of 29 points of damage. Not too shabby. I gotta do some math about that. So it's gonna be. I can't even math right now. I'm sorry, guys. Bear with me for a sec. 3 that. Okay, and with after those 3 hits, this is starting to like pretty bad, and it starts to, and it lets out this cry that sounds something between like the shriek of pots and pans beating together and the sound of a mewling kitten. So it's like It's like it's almost deafening to hear, and I want everybody to give me a perception check.
Ooh, not good.
No,
19.
19. Okay. Reaper.
No, that wasn't that. It wasn't that good. It's only a 12.
I lost you. Can you say it again?
12.
Okay. All right. Braylon and Seraph here coming from the other end of the tunnel. I had to jump off. From like somewhere over here, you guys hear softly another one of those thumps. As if like, I don't know. That's what you hear. You hear another one of those thumps. I'm going to say it is now, I got to look at the, it is now Reamer's turn.
Okay. I am going to move 30 feet to right here. I am... Okay, good. Making sure I wasn't just talking to myself. Muted.
Yeah, no, we're here. We hear you. Yeah.
And I am going to say, by the light of the forge, and burn! And cast Sacred Flame. He has to make a dex saving throw.
Question: is Sacred Flame targeted on a 5-foot square, or is it targeted in like an area effect?
It is on a creature.
Okay, all right, cool. I just wanted to make sure that like if you could kill your friend, you would do it. But all right, fair enough.
It's later.
So it's a what kind of save? Sorry,
A dex.
a dex save. Oh, I'm going to tell you right now, that's not. I have a negative.
Ah.
So I rolled a 15, but I have a -1, so it's a 14.
So you saved, but then -1, you failed. You bitch.
I was like, you're like, you saved, and I'm, oh my god, a 14 save? No, damn it! All right, so describe.
Shit.
Wait, before you tell me the damage, like, describe to me what this looks like, because you're kind of like your character's a little messed up, man. Like, you're a living sentient forge that has been welding pieces that look like faces and arms to yourself. So, like, what does your holy like fire look like as it comes down?
So what I imagine happens this turn, because my bonus action ties into this, I run up and I say that, by the light of the forge, burn. And the center of my chest starts to light up because literally a forge. And then also at the same time use my bonus action to change the face on my shield to like an angry expression to match the spell that I'm casting.
Okay, all right.
And then because of all of this, I then maxed it out. That's 16
Really?
points of damage.
Holy shit.
And
Okay,
that's
all right.
radiant, if it matters.
Okay, so it doesn't matter.
I didn't think.
But 20 points, I'm sorry, 16 points of damage brings this guy down to like, he was bloodied a little while ago, but and a roper is so like alien in anatomy that like, is it a he, is it a she, is it an it, is it a shim, who knows? But you guys are pummeling this thing right now. Like, good job. Really, it's only been Prowlin that's felt some of the danger that this thing can do. However, before it goes back to that first turn, from behind you guys, these two tentacles each come snaking out. Yeah, and both Reamer and Braylon are going to get attacked twice with these tentacles. All right, coming in, I'm going to do the two at Braylon first. That's going to hit Braylon. That's definitely going to hit Braylon. All right, the two are coming at you, Reamer. I'm going to assume a 10 doesn't hit you.
That is correct.
Okay. However, I'm going to assume a 21 might. I'm sorry, a 22 might.
You assume incorrectly.
Really?
Really?
Your AC is above a 22?
Yep, it's a 23.
Damn. Okay, well, good for you, because as you're standing there and you're just That's right. And you're got your angry face and your shield showing. You're like, grr. All of a sudden, Braylon starts getting ripped backward through the darkness, disappears down here, and you just hear a scream. And then, well, I'm gonna see. I could roll a 1. I did not roll a 1. You hear a scream as you can only imagine another one of these creatures takes a huge chomp out of Braylon, and he's like, "Ah, brother, save me!" I gotta mark that shit down. Jesus. Phew. Okay, that's where he's at right now. All right. Okay.
I'm gonna yell out to Seraph. The small blacksmiths keep getting eaten.
Yep, we should have kept them back. Should have done this ourselves.
So as you guys are muttering this to each other, the roper that is right there is going to try and lash out at... It's going to try to lash out at the... So one attack at each of you, and then if it doesn't, it's going to try to bite one of 3 of you. All right, first one at Sarah. 17. Yes? No?
No.
No. All right, second one, Bralin. That's a 14. That does not hit him.
Ooh.
All right, third one coming. Oh! Does a 23 hit you? I rolled a 16. It's got a +7. All right, so this tentacle rips out, wraps around you, it's like icky and gooey and like just gross. It's almost translucent looking, and it has an ability called Reel, and it just rips you towards it. Its mouth opens, and it's gonna try to bite you, but it's gonna try to bite you. Ah, shit. That's 20. Not natural. It's a 20 total. So these teeth come down, and they're like clang, 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 and they don't pierce your armor, but you find yourself like grappled in the mouth of this beast. So that was its turn. It goes to Sarah.
Fool, right where I need you.
Okay. And this thing you said looks pretty hurt, huh?
This thing looks really beat up.
Okay.
Like the both the three quick like hatchet strikes from Bralin, your big hit, and the sort of like heavenly blast of forge fire that came from Reamer have done some considerable damage to this thing. Oh, also the cold strike that came in from Braylon before he was abducted.
Okay. Does an 18 hit?
An 18 is a miss.
Oh shit. 18 is a miss. Okay. Next one is a 15 plus 6 is 21.
That is a hit.
Okay. That's 11 points of damage.
Okay, this thing looks like it's on its last legs, but you have not dropped it yet.
Then I want to add Smite.
Okay. How many smites do you get per day?
As many spells as I have, I believe. I have to use a spell slot to do it. I think.
Cool. To be honest, I have never played a paladin. I think it's a cool class. I think you can play them however you want them, but I've never played a paladin. I just know that they have smite. So,
okay.
So lie your way through the next couple of adventures until I read anything about paladin.
The extra damage is 2d8 for first level, plus 1d8 for every spell higher, up to a maximum of 5d8.
Holy moly!
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. 68
but yeah, it's based on the spell slot.
So TJ, I will tell you that, like, unless you roll 2 1s, the lowest level smite will kill this thing.
Yeah, I got a 6 and a 7.
Okay, yeah. So you hit, and then you're like, I want to smite this thing, and I imagine as your longsword like sinks in, this like pulse of energy goes through it. A quick question though. I'm not gonna retcon this, but quick question for future. Don't you need to declare that you're using smite before a hit happens, or can you say it after the fact?
It's when I land a hit.
Okay, so when you land a hit, you can decide if you're going to.
Yeah, you have to see if you even hit first.
Okay, yeah. So you don't like it's not like in old versions you had to declare I'm using smite on this, and it was wasted if it didn't happen. So if 5th edition has changed that, that's cool. I just want to make sure that for the next time you use smite, you don't have to declare it first. And the reason I think that you're absolutely right is that whole discussion we had about stunning fist, where
Exactly.
you're like, no, I can just decide when I want to use it now. It's so crazy. So
I
okay.
think it's different too. That's what helps balance the only getting +7 and stuff.
Yeah. So all right. So you come down. Your sword lands. It finds another chink between like the stones and like this fleshy goo holding this thing together. And all of a sudden you're just like, no, fell beast. And like your sword kind of is like, and this holy power. Like, did we talk about what your sort of connection to the divinity is, or like, do you have like a patron or like a god that you serve?
I hate pronouncing their names. I don't think I wrote it down.
Oh, you were telling me it's
was...
like an elvish god. No, that was Reamer.
Yeah. We share the same one.
You guys are both on the same page. All right, cool.
Of the forge.
We'll have to forge that after point. But
Yeah.
I just like the idea then that like your like the pulse of energy is like just heat. Like it's like heat from the bellows on a forge, right? Just so, and all of a sudden you. Like the eye on this roper that's got Reamer stuck in its mouth, like starts to like it almost starts to boil a little bit, and then it weeps, and then it just sort of like goes crystalline, and the creature's mouth goes, ugh, and the triangle kind of leans over to the side that makes this thing. Its mouth opens, and Reamer can roll out.
I would like to roll out triumphantly.
Give me an acrobatics roll.
Probably not. Shit. 8.
You do not. It was a DC 10. I was giving you a low DC 10.
That's
you
what I figured was all gonna happen, and I rolled a 9 -1.
Dude, these ropers -1 on deck. So, anyways, you kind of like you go to land on 3, but like some of the ichor and the goop that's falling out of this thing's wounds, you slip on one of your feet and you kind of like drop down to 1 So you are prone right now, but as we all know in D&D, it really doesn't mean anything unless someone's attacking you. All right, so that was Sarah's turn. It goes to Braylon. You guys can't see him. I'm not going to tell you what he's going to do, but he's going to try and... I got to look at his shit again, but...
could I have moved up here? Because he was pulled that way.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you didn't move. So yeah, you can move.
Okay.
And you have dark vision, correct?
Yes. Yes.
All right. So I'm going to just open this up, and you can see that he is indeed in the mouth of another one of these creatures over here. And actually, were you? I don't think you were one of the ones that passed the perception check. So this is sort of like you knew something ripped him down this way. You probably had your suppositions about it, but anyone else who heard that was definitely hearing like another one of these weird entities replying to the first one's like mournful bail of like, oh, I'm dying. So hold on, Braylon, real fast. He's going to cast Comprehend Languages. No, that's not what he's going to do. He's all right. He's going to go all in, and see what is this? What is the save? Oh man, these characters are crap. Have you guys ever used just random characters in D&D Beyond?
Like just make a random one? No.
Yeah, like just say like just make me a random character. I've never used it. Yeah, you really get the gamut. Like so, Bralin has a 20 for a strength. Braylon currently has a spell save of 9 as a 6th level wizard. Like it's like it's just dumb. But I'm modifying a little bit through here, and so. What you see, Sarah, as you kind of run up there, is Braylon kind of steals himself, and turns both palms forward again. And this time, instead of like ice crystals and like a snowball of death, like just this like fan of flames flies out in the face of this Roper's mouth and eye. The Roper's going to make a reflex save against this. The Roper fails the reflex, which is really cool. Oh, wow. And the Roper takes a shit ton of fire damage. Way more than I thought he was going to get. I hate it when pens don't work. Because then you can't do math. Okay, and so I'm gonna just because he did crazy at this, I'm gonna go rule of fun and give Braylon a chance to try to just wrench himself out of the mouth. He rolls an 18. I'm gonna say that Sarah. He does that. He casts this huge wave of flame, just burns the inside of this creature's mouth and eyeball. It's wincing in pain, and its tendrils are snapping around and everything. And Braylon manages to flip himself outside of the mouth, so at least he's outside of the creature's mouth for the time being. And then it goes to Browlin. And so Browlin, hearing his brother scream, is going to just run. He's going to dash. I got to do select. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. He's going to get on the backside, so next round he can flank. And I will show you guys this. Okay. And he's standing right there. That was a double move on his turn. He has weird shit that lets him do that. He is going to use an action surge, actually. He's going to double it thing to try to save his brother. So he's going to roll his 3 to hits. He amazingly had 3 hits left this time. That's a hit. That's a hit. That's not a hit. All right, so we got 3. All right, he got 2, so I need everybody to help me with math again. Browlin swings these little hatchets he's got. I gotta go back to this. All right, so oh Jesus, I had to roll 2d6. Anyone want to guess what I rolled?
2d6.
I did. I rolled 2d6 and I rolled 2 ones. So all right, so that's 2 plus 10 is 12 plus 2 is 14. Correct? My math is correct.
One more time.
2 plus 10 is 12.
Yeah.
Plus 2 more is 14.
Yeah.
All right. So he swings in 3 times, ching ching, and the last one just bounces off. And this creature's hide, whether it's more sort of hardy than the other one, or maybe he's just so enraged because his brother's getting hurt. The axes just they don't really permeate in through the stone and weird flesh that's holding it together as much. He does do damage, but it just doesn't do as much as that first time when he almost maxed everything out. Right, so that's going to be that. That's going to be that. All right. This creature looks like it's taken a bit of a hit, but it's not bloodied yet. It's almost there. And so with Browlin, that goes to Reamer. What are you doing?
So I stand up. I move 15 feet. And when I move 10 feet, I'm going to cast Guidance as a bonus action on Seraph. So you have a minute of... I have a minute of concentration. You get a D4 to anything with a D20, I believe.
Question. With that, do you have to maintain eyesight on the person? Or did I have to be within a certain range with you?
Let me check on that.
I know some of these buff spells you have to either maintain visual contact or it's a range.
You know what? It's actually a touch spell. But no, other than that, nothing. So what I'm going to do is, instead of going that way, I'll go this way.
Are you like dashing?
Yes.
Okay.
And as I get there, I tap Seraph, and I give you guidance, and I say, use that up quick. I won't be focused on that too long, I don't think.
Did you? So you double moved and could cast a spell?
Bonus action.
Bonus action. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. And so you get up there and you see the situation I was just describing. Another rope. It looks like it's been like charbroiled a little bit, and you see that Browlin's on the backside, hand axes out, and is just just sort of like but this critter looks like it's still going okay. And then it goes to the Roper's turn. There are 4 of you, and it's going to send a tendril at each of you to see who it wants to eat. All right, we're going to start furthest back. This one's coming at Seraph. Seraph, does a 25 hit you?
Yep.
All right. 110 tendril wraps around you. Doesn't do any damage, but you know what it could do. It could suck you towards its mouth. Second one's coming at Reamer. Reamer, that is a 16. I know that doesn't hit you. Fucking 23 AC. God damn. Next one goes at Braylon. Rolled a 3. Get him. And the last one's going to whip out at Browlin, and that definitely hits Browlin. So, all right, I'm going to roll a d6. Do you want low or high?
Low.
Low. All right, 1 to 3 is you. 4 to 6. That's a 6. All right, the tendril rips around, gets Browlin, reels him right towards his mouth. The jaws open. Oh, this could be bad. This could be bad. It's not bad. Not enough to pierce his armor, so he gets ripped in, and much in the same way as when Reamer got sucked in. Can't penetrate this guy's armor. It's like you can hear him yelling, "Again, not again!" There's teeth closing in on him. Doesn't pierce. All right, goes back to the top of the aura. Seraph, it's your turn. What are you doing?
Okay. I am going to run up to him.
Okay. Question: where are you going to? Right now, I'm not sure you actually get next to the way the actual top are set, unless you run through it. You can't occupy the same that
Right.
is in.
So I'm back there.
Do you have reach at all? Does a longsword doesn't give you reach, right? It's just a longsword, right?
Yeah, I think only the javelin and lance or something have reach.
Yeah. Spears usually have reach and stuff like that. But yeah.
In 5th. I can.
Okay. All right. No, I mean whatever. It just so yeah. So
Yeah,
right
just so you
now
know.
it's right now it would be. Hold on. I just realized that this rope is still on the map, and I don't want anyone to think it's coming back. I'm just going to move it off the map. So yeah, you might be stuck, man, because of the way that this is set up right now. I mean, you could yell encouraging words like "Don't die" and "Keep that armor strong, Brolin."
I'm more just disappointed in him. Should have stayed back.
Well, time out. I think they both have been sucked into a mouth at this point. They did not have a chance to stay back anywhere.
Yeah, that's true. But they shouldn't have even been here. I thought we were hired to do this. So,
wait, time out.
Hey, any
Free help.
losses are
First of all, you're not going to be
Unfortunate.
blamed for any losses, and then second of all, free help is free help. You know,
right.
these guys have actually done more damage than I really thought their crappy stats would allow them to do.
We can always send them back after this.
I'm just going to
We're
discussing
discussing
back
back in this hallway.
Yeah.
We're just gonna send them back after this one, right? I think so.
I just want to let you know, Ropers have an AC of 20. The fact that Bralin has hit 5 out of 6 times is shocking to me, but it's what's happened. So
I'm surprised I hit them still too.
Oh, if you guys listen, if any one of you had missed, this is a very different battle right now. Like somebody's already been bitten in 2. People are like dying and getting sucked into like this is a challenging fight, but you guys are crushing it. Like everybody's crushing it. I don't like the fact that I'm rolling the green die for the good guys and the bad guys because my green die is really good for me when I'm rolling, but it's been working. So, what are you doing? It's your turn.
Trying to. I don't even think there's any spells or anything I have that are. I think it's all up close and personal.
Wait, what are you? I forgot.
What do you mean?
What?
Paladin.
I've been traveling with you for a while.
Oh, Paladin, that's right. Oh, that's right. Paladins can't do anything ranged.
Yeah, there's
Except
no
for,
cantrip.
like, hey, focus on me. I think there's
essentially.
something like that.
Well, you could do that. I mean, couldn't you like try and distract the creature so it doesn't attack that or something?
Class features. Yeah, I got like nothing if I'm not able to get by them. Because I'm gonna look at this one more time. Yeah, the roper occupies what, 10 feet?
10 feet. I'm just allowing, for the sake of people being eaten and stuff, to say that they're standing. They're standing.
Right. So like these guys are within the monster's range, but like if I were right here, like right outside, if I were to move right to this point, that's still. I mean, he's in. Like in my way, in range, but the monster is also occupying that same space.
Yeah, so I agree. And so with this map, because of its sort of proximity and everything, I could say that you're back 5 squares and that Braylon is back 5 squares and Browlin is back 5 squares. But I'm using, like, I didn't have a chance to draw this map. I'm using a map I found the way that it looks. So that's why I'm doing it, because it created like the 2 choke points to have for you guys. But it's like, I'm just going to say that you cannot physically get within like a 5-foot striking distance currently because of bodies and like cave structure.
I mean, like, if like the dwarf's blocking the entire hallway, like towards the monster, like isn't a tentacle wrapped around him?
So Braylon and Bralin, I'm sorry, Braylon is not wrapped up right. Okay. Bralin, this guy is in the mouth. So like honestly, like there's a guy in a mouth here. This guy's like somewhere right around. I know I'm moving this and you can't see it, but basically he's somewhere between your square and his square. And per 5th edition rules, you cannot occupy a square a friendly person is in. You can move through it, but you also cannot move through enemy square that is blocked, which means you can't get through to the other side. Right. Well, actually, you know what? I want to do rule of fun with this. I don't want to bog this down and make you feel like this is stupid. So I'll give you a chance. If you want to try to move through the square that Braylon is in, and then like tumble or like John Wick your way to the other side of this critter, the second roper, I will give you the chance to do an acrobatics roll. If you fail, you will be. I'll roll a d20, and you'll either be prone where you started, right there, or you'll be prone where you started. Like you went to roll and you just fell on your face. And you went, man, there isn't a map that hurt. So that's failure, prone where you were at. Success, you're on the backside, and then you can do whatever you want to do.
I mean, because I can't hit the monster can't hit me, right?
The monster can literally reach anything with 50 feet of it.
I mean, with its tendrils, right?
Right. Yep. and then it can. So I mean, not to like peek behind the curtain too much, but anything it hits with a tendril, it can choose to reel one creature towards its mouth per turn.
Right. But I wouldn't be able to move forward anyway because
Go for a tumble, then.
Yeah,
I mean,
try to
that's what I'm
tumble to the
thinking.
backside. I mean,
Worst
I
case,
just wanna-
if you don't
you
have
guys
an
are
action,
heroes.
just
Be
use it
heroes.
to stand.
I mean, that's what I was thinking as well. But I only got a 10.
I mean, if you want to go back to Watown and cry that you can't hit the monster, you can go back to Watown.
Yeah.
That's fine. But I'm giving you a shot.
I got an 11.
Total.
Yeah.
Paladin,
All right.
dude.
So as you, I know. I didn't mean to. Like, I just wanted to make sure you were like, I got 11 with a +8. So it was a good bid. But as you try to like snake behind Braylon, these whipping like translucent tentacles, one of them just catches you by like one of the greaves and sort of rips you off balance, and you find yourself falling down and you're prone on the ground.
Oh man.
Which is great because now Reamer can
Guidance.
and use you as a stepping stool to jump over Braylon to get to the other side.
Perfect.
But it now goes to Braylon, and so Braylon doesn't want to provoke an attack of opportunity. So, shit. Quick question, mind me, because I'm sorry, I was reading things about Starfinder and I now don't remember. If you are casting a spell which has a roll to hit, you are provoking an opportunity attack, correct?
No, I think it's just disadvantage.
You just have disadvantage to hit.
I believe so, because I think there's something like one of the middle feats of like just in the middle of them. It has something where in combat
It's like
you don't,
precise spell casting or combat casting or something like that.
yeah,
Okay.
something like that.
Cool.
So yeah,
All right, so I will give him disadvantage, and he does the trick with like the snowball of death again with disadvantage. So I will roll. I need 2d20s. Here we go. All right, so I rolled a 19, which definitely would have hit, and I rolled a 10 that with his modifier definitely does not hit. So Braylon's like, oh, and he does that breathing thing. You see it like comes up and it's kind of like the bubble pushes against the side of the room. And then the bubble just kind of goes like, and doesn't hit. And Braylon's like, no! And now it's Browlin's turn. Browlin is stuck in the maw of this thing and realizes that like he probably has the physicality to get out, but he also probably do more damage just being where he's going to take 3 hatchet strikes at this thing, which by the way, I think is like, I've never seen this in a game, but I would love to play like some sort of fighter that has hatchets like this, because you can throw them if you need to, and they're light weapons, so you can attack with them as offhand weapons and do dual weapon fighting with them too. I just think it's a cool idea. But all right, so 3 attacks. First one is a miss. Second one is a hit. Third one is a miss. So he only comes in with one of them. Need math on this one. So roll a d6. 4 plus 5 is 9. Plus another 1 is 10. Does 10 points of damage against this guy. Brings it right down on like the eyeball of this creature. The creature kind of lets out one of the like sounds. But it definitely doesn't what am I saying? Like, it doesn't go down. Like, it's definitely not down. Okay, that was Braylon. It goes to Reamer. Reamer, what are you doing?
I'm going to be casting Sacred Flame on this guy. So he's
Okay.
making dexterity.
Dex saving throw. As we all know, -1. So I rolled. I don't even tell you the minus. It's a fail.
Okay, cool. That's these guys. 11 points of damage.
Okay. This guy, after that hit and this hit, is definitely bloodied. He's starting to look pretty... He or she, or shim, or it, is starting to look pretty hurt, but it's still lashing around, and it's still ready to do some damage. And in fact, it's its turn. Hey, look at that. It's going to try to bite Browlin first because it's in his mouth. And then it's going to lash out with tentacles. So first one against Browlin, 17. I don't think that hits. I got to check. 18 armor class. But nope. Browlin, again. The teeth come in, and so this creature literally spits him on the floor. Just goes, drops him down. I'm going to give him a quick check. He rolled a 2. He does not land. He is prone. All right. Three tentacles are going to go. Actually, you know what? 3 tentacles, and somebody gets an additional one. So hold on. First one comes against Reamer. Reamer, that is a 20. Does not hit you. Next one against Sarah. Natural. That doesn't hit you. Third one is against Braylon. That is a 19. That definitely hits Braylon. So he gets wrapped around, and rather than, because now he's got a target, he sucks it towards his mouth, but he can't put it in because there's a bite per round. But next round, it's going to open with putting Braylon right in that maw. Top of the order, Sarif, what are you doing? I'm going to say that now, with the fact that Braylon is like caught up next to this creature, you can move up and do something if you want.
Now that he's next to the creature?
Like he's like before he was standing there because he had fallen out of the creature's mouth. But he was like in the creature's square basically, which I know is illegal, but that's what we were doing. This time though, he's been wrapped around and he's grappled and he's been pulled to the side, so he's basically like a Mars bar that this guy is going to try to bite the head off on his turn. So that gives you that little wiggle room that if you want, you can like try to squeeze up and do what you're going to do.
All right, so just to make sure, I'll be going through like the monster's space, right? That would be like difficult terrain.
No. What I'm saying to you is, if you don't want to try to do an acrobatics to like get to the other side or whatever,
right?
We can effectively say you can take a 5-foot step and get in there.
You're taking up the space that the dwarf was in, right? Because
imagine
the dwarf has been in this
here for like sake of like this conversation. Well, I can't even do it now. Like right there. But that's kind of what's happening. So
what I'm saying there, because where you move the dwarf to, if like the dwarf is over here now,
the dwarf is like literally in a half.
Right, but I wouldn't need to move. You know what I mean?
So here's the thing. Like without getting into too many semantics with this or too many sort of like calculations, I'm saying that when the dwarf was standing where he was standing, you couldn't get around him because of the passageway. Because he's been grappled and kind of pulled closer to the roper, you've been given that extra like 2.5 like steps or whatever. That if you want to take a 5-foot step and do something, you don't have to tumble, you don't have to acrobatics, you don't have to do anything weird.
So you want me to be like over here?
Just stay where you are, but just know that like with the way this map is, that taking like a 5-foot step, you can get into this creature. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Until the creature decides to go to the picture down here, just pull down the stalagmite of its other one and drops it on your head. I'm kidding. That's not going to happen. Or is it? No. I just love when I saw that picture. I got to share this with them so they know what they're fighting.
Yeah. That is pretty funny too.
It's also the fact that the one that's on the ceiling looks horrified that shit's happening to it. I love. I just like, oh what? No, don't. So
with the first one, I rolled a 14 plus 6. That's a 20.
Its AC is 20. That's a hit.
Roll that. All right, that's awesome. Max that out. So that's 13 points of damage, and I think I want to add another smite to that.
Okay. All right. What is it? 2d8 that you're rolling?
Yep. And that's just 9 more points of damage. So
that's, you know what? It's just 9 more points of damage. It's cool.
22 total.
Yeah. So I got it down. This critter, it's not on its last legs. It's pretty damn close. This roper looks like it's heartened. It's definitely.
All right.
Hey, don't forget you have guidance.
Oh yeah. That's gonna work out well for my next attack. Nope, it doesn't. It's too low.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, I try to attack one more time, but it doesn't work.
Okay, but you got one really good hit in again, and again, once that hit struck, you kind of like. You guys have to tell me what this elvish dwarf like forging god is, because honestly, I know there's probably one, but I don't know who this is, and it's killing me. But
Yeah, there's not a lot of info on them.
But well, I mean that's cool because like as players and DM, that gives us plenty of room to kind of like flex our imaginations and do what we will with it. But I just imagine that you come down this long sword of just like divine fury. You hit, and then again this just like bellow blast of like heat into this creature of like just sort of radiance, and boom, like the creature's like as it comes through. Good hit. All right, it goes to Braylon. Braylon is in this creature's mouth. He does not have another one of the spells that he had cast before, so he's going to try to cast the snowball, but we'll see what happens. Disadvantage. The first one would have hit. The second one is a natural one, and so the snowball dissipates, and he's like, "Get me out of here!" It goes to Brolin. Brolin is gonna, 3 hatchet strike. First strike, that's a miss. Second strike, that's a miss. By the way, this is what should have happened on the first row. Third strike is a hit. All right, comes through. That's 5 plus 5 is 10. Plus 1 more is 11. This creature is now officially on its last legs. Like it's it looks like it's like gasping for breath, but it doesn't breathe. Like it doesn't seem like it. It's like it's so alien in sort of like physiology that you're just sort of like it's sort of like like the tendrils are whipping and slapping around it, and it goes to Reamer. What are you doing?
We will forge you into something useful yet.
Nice line. Nice line.
Sacred fire, sacred flame, I think.
Is this a cantrip, or you use it like how many of these?
Cantrip.
Okay. So, wait, sacred fire or sacred?
I think flame.
Can you just double check that? I thought sacred flame was a spell that you had to like. It wasn't a cantrip. It was actually like a level spell.
Nope. This is literally just a dex saving throw, 2d8.
Okay.
At this point, 2d8 or nothing.
Okay, here we go. Rolling a dex saving throw. I rolled an 11, minus 1 is a 10. I know I failed, so what do we got?
Boom! Once I saw that it was like, oh, these things are rocks. 12 points of damage.
Oh, shit. All right, so this time... okay, so I don't want to tell what the character does, but I imagine that the most like impressive thing that Reamer could do for Sacred Flame is, rather than like some sort of radiant like boosh or whatever, is it's almost like Acme cartoon comical, and that once this works, this rain of forging tools just drops out of the heavens onto the creature. Like just like and there's like hammers and tongs, and it just like does bludgeoning damage as it hits down. Take it if you want it. I just thought of it. I think it's really fun.
I love it, but instead of like Acme with it, it's literally just, instead of just a flame that comes down, it's literally just a hammer. Just an arm and a hammer just comes down and hits and strikes, and if it kills this thing, I would
Isn't
like
there
it
something wait, isn't there something in Diablo 3 with like the barbarian class that's something that you can get like every 18 seconds or whatever, you push the button and then this hammer of like divine might is just like
now I'll have
in the
to
area
go and
around you
check and see.
Yeah,
because if
I
that's
seem
the
to
case,
remember something
yes.
like that. Yeah.
And
all
it's
right, very
just
cool.
Striking on this thing, and if
right,
it kills it, I want it to split it so that whichever Ballin or Brawlin or Balin or
Braylon.
I was getting
Braylon the wizard, Brawlin the fighter. Yeah.
If I want him to just drop down, just to like, so that it's like, oh, there you go, safe. If not, then all right, just a cool hammer.
So most definitely, you destroy this thing with this strike. It comes down like splattering goo around. Seraph, you find yourself like needing to kind of like wipe your face a little bit as like the ichor of this thing blows apart. And as that happens, a couple of things are going to happen. The first is, as you're catching your breath and just like, I want everybody to give me an investigation check. Not perception, investigation.
Ah, shit. This is a bad one. Oh, the real bad
Natural 20.
one. Oh, good. Thank you.
Shit. Okay. All right. And then what did you get, Reamer?
Oh, actually. Oh, no, that's minus. So that ends up being 17.
17. Okay. As you see, and I'm going to let you guys determine, as you see this like divine hammer strike come down and just like ka-chong! And there's almost like a of sound that goes around, and the roper that you guys were just fighting basically gets hit and is sort of like just sort of splits apart and then dissolves into this mess. Brolin runs over and helps Braylon. He's like, "Brother, are you okay?" And he's like, "Brother, I can't believe I almost got eaten by one of these sons of bitches." And the two of them are kind of like hugging and just like, "Jesus Christ, what the fuck?"
As that's
just going
happening,
back and forth. Hold on. As that's happening, both of you notice that in the sort of area around where the roper is, there's a bit of a sheen or gleam of something that's not like that rocky, weird flesh. And Seraph, you notice that not only is that there, but you see like the briefest of shines coming far end over here, as if there may have been something that was in the body of these creatures. Braylon and Brian are doing their shit. What do you guys do?
Go and check that out.
and I will go over to Braylon and change the face on my shield to a smiling face and say, "You are welcome."
Okay,
And
so
walk.
I'm just making sure. So this means that Reamer is going here and Seraph is going here, or is everybody just going here? Seraph, you realized it was here and on the other end.
I saw the shine on this, right?
Yes, you saw the shine on.
Well, I guess I'll check out the closer one first.
Okay, and that's also where is going as well.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So you go down there, and as they're sort of like hugging each other and sort of talking to each other, there seem to be two things that seem to they just sort of stand out, and I'd love you to give me a perception check.
I mean,
Sarah, sorry.
What?
Sarah, give me a perception check.
that is not as good as the investigation, but I got a nat 20 on the investigation.
Oh, I know. That's why you notice things on both ends. What did you get for the perception?
A 19.
Okay. So you see this long stick-looking thing that's got like some sort of like wound metal around it that's sort of like covered in goo. And you also see what looks like a tube sort of festering in between like some of the rock gut pieces of this roper that was just destroyed.
I see a metal rod.
No, you see something that looks like a rod, maybe a little bit bigger than a rod, and it's just sort of floating in the goo.
Alright, I want to pick it up and check it out.
So the long staff looking thing, or the small thing? Which one do you?
I didn't even. Sorry, what was the small thing?
So the small thing was something that looked like a rod, but a little bit bigger. That's just sort of like blah, 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 in like the goo. And then there was also this thing that looks about the length of like a quarterstaff or so that has like metalwork worked around it, but you're not sure what it is.
All right, I'll check out the staff looking thing, the quarterstaff.
Okay, as you reach your hand into goo that I can only describe as the ectoplasm from Ghostbusters, and you pull it out, this long iron staff that has several serpents wrapped around it comes out, and it's sort of like as you pull it out and you hold it in your hand. And give me an Arcana check.
Oh shit, that's another nat 20.
You hold in your hand.
I mean, I wish I could use these with my smites and not.
You hold in your hand something known as the Staff of the Adder.
Staff of the.
All right. I'm gonna say that if you want to try to figure out if you want the other thing to figure out what it is too, you can do that too.
Staff of the Adder.
Yep.
Okay, and then sorry, you said I can check out the other thing.
You can indeed check out the other.
All right, I'll definitely do that. Pick that up. And what's happening with that?
Okay, so as you reach in, the same thing, sort of. You're like it's like reaching into a vat of the grossest looking dog puke you've ever seen. Grabbing something and pulling it out, and it's just covered and coated. But as it comes out, rather than like a rod, you realize that you're holding a scroll case that has been unopened. Do you open it?
Sure.
You immediately die. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You open it up, and there is a scroll inside that, if you make a knowledge arcana check, I can tell you what that scroll is. Braylon, seeing you open this up, says, "I'm willing to look myself or to aid you if you."
That would be nice because I rolled 3 total.
Okay, so Braylon rolls a 16 plus, which is okay, and you hold in your hand a scroll of Vivify.
Nice.
All right. As you guys do this, as you're like sort of going through this, and Reamer's kind of coming up behind you and looking at what's happening, I need everybody to give me a perception check.
That is a 16.
16 total? All right.
16 total.
I'm going to say that you are still like super focused on these things that you found so far. Braylon is kind of tied in with you, like explaining, like, do you know what this does? Can you cast this? Browlin's kind of like looking around, kind of like trying to take point. And Reamer, you, for some reason, hear this dialect. What languages do you speak?
Ooh, that's probably not much. Dwarven and Common. I think I might be able to get another one, but that would probably be more Elven or something.
You hear a language you don't understand, and it's two voices speaking super hush-hush, sort of like, and as you hear that, you hear these like you hear what sounds like glass breaking, but like super quietly, like almost like if you were to like sort of just hold glass, you cut it and then sort of just wait for that like tink, and then you start to hear this like, and I'm going to take a brief pause because I got to run to the rest.
Same.
Oh.
All right. I wish I heard it. I think I have the language that they spoke.
Yeah.
I'm guessing Abyssal.
I'm trying to think because it's like I don't know
Or-
if I would go with Elven, but like I didn't want to say like something and then be like, oh, actually, this.
Now that I think about it, I might not have it because it could be Underdark, but I'm guessing it's something like that.
Where are the
Underdark
languages?
or Abyssal.
It's like earlier before the backgrounds, right?
All right, and we're back. Okay, so long story short, everybody rushes up, looking at the sort of stuff and things in this Roper's body. I think the dwarves, like with the exception of Browlin, has taken point and is sort of like keeping like an expectant glance around. Seraph and Braylon are having a discussion about like how Ropers are able to digest literally everything. Like Reamer, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like if it started to eat you, it would probably digest every last thing of you. However, they have an inability to digest things that are magical, and that oftentimes, when magic items are eaten, like like adventurers or maybe the dwarves that had come down here before that were starting to dig, if these things came out and ate them, it would only have their their forgotten items, like their magical items left, because everything else would have been dissolved in the stomachs of these Ropers. And so you two are sort of like focused on this. And then all of a sudden, Reamer, you hear this like, well, you hear this conversation of like these two voices like that you just don't understand. And then a slight like, and then I need everybody to roll some initiative.
A 21.
16.
Hold on to those for 1 second. I'm sorry. I have to pull up my information about this. So there. TJ, what did you roll? I'm sorry. What did Seraph get?
21.
21. What is your Dex modifier?
+2.
Okay. B. All right. What did everybody else get? Sorry.
16.
So 16, and I was like, what did everybody else get? Oh wait, I have to figure out shit. God. And then I gotta figure this up. Okay, so we're gonna go. And then we're. Okay, cool. All right, so nobody had asked what was at the end of this tunnel that you guys are all in, but suddenly you guys can see what's going on in here, and emerging from this tunnel, coming up from the sides right here. Seraph, I'm going to say that rather than seeing anything, you hear like all of a sudden out of nowhere, you just hear like. What do you do?
Take a defensive action.
Okay. What is your defensive action? Pants? All right, cool. Moving on. No. What are you doing?
I mean, I guess if I'm hearing something come from that direction, I would move forward towards that and
Like
just
a true
be
hero.
on guard because I can't see it. So.
Can you
All
go
right.
dodge?
All right. So move up to where you're going to be.
I mean, if I don't see it, I would end by taking the dodge action. So.
All right. So move up to where you're going to be.
4, 5. I guess right around here.
Do you want to stay back by the door?
No metagaming. No metagaming.
Well,
He's done his hand off the chess piece. Hand off the chess piece.
There's a door?
But like where the cave like narrows, like as he's walking by.
Okay, so listen. I know that we all want to metagame and do our shit. I'm just saying, character stepped up. Let's see what happens.
Right. I'm saying like if we're like playing like as the characters, he would walk by, and
you would have been like
something to him.
You could be like, don't be. Shut up! I'm not a pussy. So yeah, no, go ahead.
So I was just wondering, it's like, do you want to stay back here so we can kind of guard this narrow area?
This sound is coming. It's coming. You've got 6 seconds. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi.
So I'm back here defending this wall.
6 Mississippi.
I'm gonna keep the dwarf back here and be on the front line.
I think for sake of fun, I appreciate what just happened, and tactics is a thing. But I'm going to say that if the game is in sort of mobile motion, we gave that conversation way more time than we would actually have. So let's just say that from now on, if the character decides to move forward, you're only going to have a brief time that, like, once you stop moving, hand off the chess piece kind of thing. Same with me. I can't retcon shit and move it back or do whatever, but I like the idea of characters being bold and doing things, and that may be something that you're rewarded for, or maybe not. But I also don't like the idea of being like, I'm going to do this, and they're like, nah. But anyways, all of a sudden, emerging from inside this like massive hole at the end of the tunnel that you guys can see right now, boom, giant black scorpion, who, by the way, does not have reach. Son of a bitch. All right. So he comes over, emerges over the top, and gets his sort of like place, like situation right here. There's a 5-foot square behind. It's like tick, 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 tick. It cannot get you. I'm just making sure. Action, fucking reach, because that'd be way cool right now. Shit, does not. Okay, so it's like it goes to oh shit. And another giant scorpion emerges and is I'm trying to put it right there. Is right there. Okay. After that happens, it goes to Braylon. Braylon, who was literally almost eaten by a giant rock monster moments ago, is like, oh shit, and casts. It casts. I would just want to do this right now. BL. I'm gonna say B. Okay. Casts one of his snowballs at the beige one. Does that hit? It does hit. All right. So I'm gonna get some D8s out here. There it is. All right. That's a lot of fucking damage. All right. So, all right. Does like all of a sudden snowball again, and it smashes into the side of the scorpion and does some decent damage. Doesn't really bring this thing down, but does some decent damage. All right, that was Braylon's turn. It now goes to Reaper. Reaper, what are you doing?
Excuse me. I'm going to move up and cast Spirit Guardians.
Ooh, what does that do?
So that is what I was using in the game on the island. So I have a 15-foot radius where if you start your
get out of here.
turn,
Just get out.
if you start your turn inside that radius, you have to make a save. And if you enter, the first time that you enter on your turn, you have to make a save and take damage if you fail, or half damage if you don't fail.
Okay, so if you start your turn, so the scorpions are starting their turn next round.
Yes.
In there, what happened? Excuse me.
They have to make a saving throw, a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, and what happens if they fail?
3d8 radiant damage.
Okay, and any creature that enters during
the first time that they enter on their turn, they have to make that
I
same
got you. Okay.
Also,
and if you take damage, though, is it concentration to keep this up, or how does that work?
And
Okay.
also, any creature that I have that's affected in the area, their speed is halved.
Okay. All right. Good. I mean, good use of Spirit Guardians. Cool spell. All right. That was Roper. Fortunately, one of the things that had started to come up that didn't make it all the way up is now going to go and make it in here. Now, I realize that you guard up, which means I have to make a save against this. And so I'm making a wisdom save, you said?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. That is a 16.
I believe I'm 15, so he saved.
Actually, I'm sorry, this is wisdom. I have a -1. I apologize. It is a 15, but I still save because it's a 15. All right, there are two creatures in front of this giant scorpion, which is over the top of the pit. Coming at you guys. Seraph, Reaper, or Reamer, I should say. Who wants high, who wants low?
So he takes 5 points of damage.
From?
The failure.
Oh, on a fail?
He takes half.
Well, no, he didn't fail. He made the save.
I'm sorry. I keep doing that. Failure on, I don't know why I'm saying failure. He takes half, even on a save.
Gotcha. Okay, so he takes 5. Okay,
yeah.
All right. That makes sense. All right. I'm like,
yeah, I was just saying the complete wrong thing. Sorry about that.
Okay, so I'm going to make so scorpions, these giant scorpions have sort of multiple attacks. I'm going to make them at one of you. Who wants it? Who wants high? Who wants Seraph? Reamer. Who wants high? Who wants?
Go low.
All right.
And take high.
It's coming at Reamer.
Yeah.
Fucking guy with the best AC. Okay. I got that, and then I get that. Okay. First two coming at you. First one. Oh, wow. All right. First one is a +4. Is a miss. It's a 21, correct?
Yes.
All right. Second one. That sucks. I thought that might be you. Next one is a miss. It's a 6. Third one. It's not going to hit. Is a 6. A 16 plus 20 total. It doesn't hit. So all of a sudden these claws, god damn it, snip, snip. And this stinger comes down and tries to hit you. And you're just like, bing, bing, bing. Actually, imagine that you're just sort of like forged out of such hardy material that they're just like clinging and clanging off of the material that is you. And then it goes to Browling, and Browling says, "Oh, there's more monsters to I'll be getting these ones, laddie." And he goes, how is he going to do this? He's going to go 5, 10. And he's going to run right there, and he's going to take 3 strikes against this guy who just got dealt damage. So here we go. AC is... Okay. First strike is a miss. Second strike is a hit. And the third strike is a natural 20. Oh, Jesus. All right, so let's take care of the first one first, and then we'll deal. All right, so 1 and 5 is 6 plus 1 is 7. So that's the damage. Let's put that shit down. Okay, and then the critical hit. I'm going to go 2. Wow, I'm rolling crap for these guys. So that's 3 plus 5 is 8. One more is 9. Which makes that. Okay, so the red one is bloodied after those 2 hits. That was like, so for the critical strike rolling damage, I rolled a 3 and I rolled a 1. That was crap. But he has managed to make this one. Kevin, is there a way to make a mark on these guys to make them bloodied? Like, how can I show that they are bloodied?
The circle.
Oh, just like that. Mm-hmm. Got it. Yep. Okay. So yeah. Oh, and by the way, because this was a really picture, that this is what these assholes actually look like. I thought that was pretty badass. If you guys can see this, that's what's coming out of like the cave mouth towards you guys. All right. So your hit and then his 2 hits have definitely done some serious damage, and it is now the top of the order. And Seraph, you are up. You are right face to face with this one that is blood.
Okay. I will hit him. Or maybe not. Does a 14 hit?
What was it?
14?
14 is a miss. Your sword comes down. It just sort of ta-ting off the chitinous armor that covers the outside of the scorpion.
All right. Next attack. +6, a 19.
19 is a hit.
And that's 10 points of damage.
Okay, 10 points of damage. Okay, that drops into... Okay, he looks really hurt right now.
I will push him.
You're going to push for the smite? You're going to do it? You're going to do it?
I mean, if I can still decide that, then sure.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Like you're like shield pushing. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. When you said push, I thought you meant like push for smite. I'm gonna say that this guy looks pretty beat up too. I will tell you that as well.
So much. I don't know if I want to keep spending these smites.
Is it better to hold him? Is it better to bend them, you know? Hold them,
Yeah.
fold them, or just blow your wad? What are you doing?
I'm just going to, let's see, features. I guess that's like the only more damaging thing. So the only other thing I can do is push him.
Okay, all right. Try to push them. Is it a contested strength roll?
Believe so.
They're not bad. These GSs, giant Scorpiones, not too bad. What do you got? What do you got? What do you got?
An 18 for athletics.
21, 19 on the die, plus Tizzo. This scorpion just puts its claws up and gives you a shove back and you wind up on your ass. No, that's not, because I know. But it'd be cool if it did. All right. Are you doing anything else in your turn?
That's it.
All right. Seraph, down. Black Scorpion. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it time to do some murder, death, killing? Ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
Yes, it is.
Comes up right
Roll
here.
that save.
Well, let's save. What did I need?
15 wisdom.
That is a fail.
Nice. This is full damage on this. Roll high. That's the opposite of high. That is as low as you could.
So
get.
if you want me to feel bad for you,
So
understand
that's a
that Braylon has rolled once, so 4 points of damage. All right. Old Blackie takes 4. All right. Old Blackie then says, it's time for it to die. Snippy, snippy, snip, snap. And tries to, right here, yeah. And tries to kill Browlin. Just going to double check what Browlin's AC is. All right, well, let's do this. Here we go. Could be gross, death. That first one is a hit. Second claw, not a hit. Stinger. Oh, the stinger's a natural 20. Yes. Hold on. I'm going to turn the page back to some murder, death, kill pages here. Oh, God. All right. So the first one, the claw, does not a lot of damage. Does minimum damage. Does 3 points of damage. All right, that's not bad. He's still up. But the stinger. It's got to make a con save. Right, so I need to find a D10. D10 plus that. Oh, Jesus. All right. 6 points. Wow. As it comes in. 26. All right. And con save. Someone want to roll this for me? Or do you want me to roll this for Browlin? This could be very important.
TJ, you want to take it?
I'll roll, sure.
All right. Con check.
It's
You have a
9.
+5. You have a +5 to this.
I mean, then the total will be 14.
Okay. I'm just going to let you know what happens because I want you to know how serious this is. DC save for this. DC 12 Constitution. If you fail when the stinger hits you, you take a potential of 40-10 poison.
Oh, he's a dwarf. He can take it.
On a save,
Right.
you take half as much. So you take half as much on a D10 roll. I gotta find some
could be a
D10s.
4, and he cuts it in half as a dwarf. I mean, he'll be good.
All right, 40-10. Here we go. Way to make that save for. I've got 8, 18, 15, 20 points of damage. He looks like somebody just murdered him. He's not dead yet, but he looks like somebody just murdered him. He's got he literally has like minutes right now. That's what's going on. This is crazy. That stinger right in and did some serious damage. I think I did like 3/4 damage on that, and Browlin is hurt like a mofo. Oh, what's that? He already spent his second wind? Yes, he did. I'm gonna kill all of you. Ah! All right, that was shit. I gotta go back to the page that has that. All right, It's now time for Scorpion Beige. Scorpion Beige says, "Hey, let's party," and just runs straight up to Reamer.
Wisdom.
And I know. You
Cool.
I just want to stab you.
Yeah.
Just want to stab you. All right, here we go. Does an Wisdom? Does an 11 work? I know it doesn't. So what do you do to Beige?
All right. So that is 8-12.
8-12?
If
Or
you want
just 12?
If you want to do that, sure.
Well, no, you were like 8-12.
Yeah,
So
I was just doing the math. So 12 total.
All right. 12 total. All right. All right. So you are this fucking pen. All right. So you are this one is close to bloodied. He's not bloodied yet. But now he's going to bring some pain, or he's going to try to bring some pain, and I know that you've got an AC of 20. I'm fucking really upset about that. But here we go. First attack. Not a hit. That's a 6. Second attack. Natural 20. Okay. Third attack, which is a stinger. Oh, shit. 19 plus 4 is a 23, correct?
Yep.
All right. So you're going to take double damage from a claw, and you're going to take a fucking stinger. All right. Claw attack. I need a D8. All right. No, that's not a D8. Don't cheat, Tom. Don't cheat. D8. Okay. 4 plus 2. All right. You take 6 points of damage as this claw comes across, and it's like ka-ching! And I imagine it bends in like one of the entry points on like that the forge entry on your body. However, this is also a natural 20, so I get to add one more roll to this. You take an additional 4 points. Total of 10 points hits you. Now, it's time for this fucking stinger. Stinger hits. You take 1d10 damage. So you take 1 point of damage from that, but I need you to make Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that's. Do I have that? That's only an 11, I believe.
DC 12. Here it comes. 40-10. Coming at your face. Oh, I'm gonna murder someone with a stinger. Maybe not. I don't know. All right, so I got a 5 and a 4. That's a 9. I got a 9 and I got a 2. So that's 18, 19, 20 points of damage. Are you dead?
Nope.
Shit. All right. Are you bloodied?
Yes.
Okay. And the scorpion's like, it just wants to eat you. It's gonna nibble on your flesh, on your non-flesh. All right. So that was the beige scorpion. It goes to Braylon. Braylon is like, I don't know what to do, but I'm going to just keep dropping these snowballs, and throws a snowball at the bloodied scorpion. And misses with a die. That's the end of Braylon's turn. Braylon takes a 5-foot step back because Braylon is a wizard and a coward. It then goes to Reaper. What are you doing? Oh, Reamer, I'm sorry.
No problem. I am going to. I think I'm. You know what? I might cast Spirit Weapon.
Does that make the Spirit Guardians go away because of concentration?
No, it's just a duration of 1 minute.
But does it require concentration?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's because it's not.
Oh, okay.
Because right above it is Spirit Guardians, and that's duration concentration up to 10 minutes. This is duration 1 minute.
Oh, cool. All right,
Yeah.
awesome.
So.
Oh, well, wait, I take that back. It's not awesome. I hate you. But yes. All right, go ahead.
Fair. So it's a bonus action. I create a floating spectral weapon within range that lasts, which is 60 feet, that lasts for the duration. When you cast a spell, you make a melee spell attack against the creature within 5 feet of the weapon.
Yep.
So
you choose where it appears, and it has to be an open square. So it would probably be like here or
I'll
here,
throw it, like behind, like these two.
So remember that your spiritual weapon also gets the benefits of flanking. So just it's flanking in any of those squares.
Dope. Then I'll do that.
The thing to remember, though, is that it is a concentration spell, and any damage that's done to you from now on, you have the chance of losing this because of it. Just saying.
The spiritual weapon?
Yes.
Well, it's not a concentration spell, though. The Spirit Guardians has a concentration in the duration.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought I had that. Okay, perfect. So you create
the Spirit Guardians.
What?
I have been making con saves for, though.
Okay, what is your? Wait, you made a con save against that poison and saved?
Just against taking the to losing my concentration. I did not save against the poison.
Oh, okay. So Spirit Guardians is gone, is what you're saying.
No, I made that save.
So anytime you take damage, when you have a concentration spell up, you have to make a concentration save.
Right, which I saved for that one. I didn't save for taking the damage.
Well, okay. So I guess maybe understanding. So the concentration check happens anytime you take damage, and whenever that happens, it's either 10 or half the damage that was taken. So this last one that was just 20 points of damage, you saved against that, is what you're saying?
Yeah, because it was still just
it was 10 because it was half.
Yeah.
Okay. No. Perfect. Okay. As I was saying that, all of a sudden I realized, half of 20 points is just 10. So
it was once I took the damage, which the damage I didn't save against.
Yeah. No. All right. Fair enough. Okay. So yeah. So where do you put your spiritual weapon? And let me see if I can find like something cool that we can use. So
toss it behind the bottom. Actually, no. We'll go with the red one.
So I'm gonna grab this thing just because it looks fun. And so, like right here or down one, like right there.
Down, yeah. Like so, it's like one space away from like the beige one too. Trying to get.
Oh, so right there.
Yeah, trying to get like this kind of.
I grab this weird symbol just because we haven't established what it is yet. But once we know what it is, I'll try to find something and keep it on reservoir so we can just grab.
Yeah.
So okay, cool. So make your attack with your spiritual weapon. It's appeared and it can make an attack, I believe.
Yes. That's one of these. So, so that is 20.
It's definitely a hit. Wait, is it against the beige one or the red one?
No, that's right. I was going red. I kept wanting to go beige, and it's like, no, red. Go red. It's bleeding. So that is 1, 2, plus, I think, so that's 11 points of damage.
Points left, and so you have murdered the red scorpion. It's no longer there.
Excellent. So that was actually my bonus action. So I would like to. I don't know if I can cast anything, even a cantrip.
Well, you cast spiritual weapon as a bonus action, correct?
Yes.
So then you, per the rules of 5th edition, you can cast one additional spell, but
as
if
long
it's
as it's
to
a
hit,
cantrip.
No. As long as the bonus action is a cantrip, you can cast an additional spell. I believe that's what that was, because we like when I don't know whose character it was when we were doing this last time, but like we looked into this and you could say that you cast that after the fact that you cast a spell, as long as the bonus is a lower level spell than what you cast.
Okay. So that would have been my bonus, though.
Right. So what I'm saying is we can treat that as like your secondary action, even though it's already occurred. Like rule of fun happening here. If you're going to cast a spell, like if you're going to do an actual like casting of a spell, then do it. Because if you have a spell that can be cast as a bonus action, why would you do that first unless it's ramping up for the first spell? That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so if I cast Sacred Flame, that works?
Yeah, I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
All right.
We can go back and check into this after the fact. But
Yeah.
for tonight's adventure, let's do this.
All right. So then he's making a dexterity save.
A dex saving throw. Okay, here we go. How are their decks? That's not bad. It's better than Europa. Does an 18 pass? Because they got a +1.
Yes, it does, and that's nothing then.
No damage. All right, no damage is done. Your spiritual, like, biohazard weapon that's over here takes out the other one. And that is the end of your turn, I believe?
Yes.
All right. It goes to Scorpion Red. Scorpion Red is dead. So we got to go to Browling. Browling is face-to-face with this Black Scorpion who almost murdered him and killed him last round. So he is going to full-on attack 3 times, coming at him. Looking at the ACs. Here we go. First attack. First attack is a miss. Second attack. Oh, shit. It's a... Second attack is a hit. Third attack. Third attack is a hit. So he does two hits. So I'm going to roll 2d6. All right. 11 plus 10 is 21. Plus 2 is 23, right? My math is right?
What was it? Sorry.
All right, so 9 plus 10. Oh, no, it's 9. So, yeah, 9 plus 10 is 19, plus 2 more is 21.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, all right. Good. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you keeping me honest and making sure that's it. So, he comes in, and he's like, he misses the first one, but he's like, bap, 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 on this, or bap, bap, I should say, on this Black Scorpion, and the Scorpion is looking really hurt, but not dead. Not dead yet. It goes to Seraph. Seraph, what are you doing? There's 2 scorpions there. I'm going to do this real fast because, shits and giggles. This one's bleeding, and the beige one is not yet. So what are you going to do?
Well... I think I'm still going to try and hit the beige one.
All right. I'm going to say you're going to, slide step, maybe diagonal, 5 feet if you're going to hit him. But, yeah. It's not going to provoke from anybody, but I think that you're kind of, out of range with him right now, right? I know the map squares are messed up, but if you did that... Oh, no. No, you're fine. I'll say you're fine.
Okay.
I know the map squares are a little messed up, so whatever.
Alright, so that first one definitely doesn't hit him.
What'd you get?
1, and then plus...
Yeah, no, definitely not a hit. And I'm until we get a little further, I don't want to talk to you guys about the critical fails, especially when it can go either way. Because I say that because I have rolled a critical fail for both creatures and NPCs at this point. So we can discuss that later. But, all right, first attack, miss. Second attack?
To be honest, I don't want them.
All right, fair enough. I love them, but all right, if that's the case, that's fine. All right, next.
Next attack is a 15 total. Is that hit?
15 is an exact hit.
Awesome.
So what do we got for damage?
Okay. 3 plus 5, so that's 8, and I know that he wasn't bloodied, but maybe... I'm trying to think of what I could do with spells.
Spells is in a bonus action that adds something to it, or?
Yeah, pretty much all paladin stuff is do you want to smite with radiant damage as your class feature, and then all of the spells are do you want to smite him with this damage, or do you want to smite him with that damage, or do you want to, you can smite, and it's okay, those are the options really with the spells.
You get a smite, and you get a smite,
and you get a smite, and you get a smite, and you get a smite.
I mean, they have different color and stuff to them, and that's pretty cool. Like thunder does something different, and then like fire does something different. But what does the most damage is radiant.
By the way, as you're looking this up, I just want to let you know that for like the pirate game, like I was fully convinced that I wanted to go like cleric route, and then I started reading like what cleric could give me, and I went, oh man, I don't want to know. So now I'm like totally torn between being an assassin, rogue, ranger, or seeing if Kevin will allow me to be like a homebrewed pirate. So like it's crazy. Like I totally get it. Like it's like you're just like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, oh, I got a plan for this character. And then you look, and I'm like, 5th edition does not let me do what I want to do. So now you got to try to do this. So,
well, with this, I want to add a 2nd level smite, and that brings it to 17 radiant damage and 8 slashing.
all right, wait, hold on. So,
So-
I took the original damage that you gave me.
Okay.
So what was the original, the additional damage, I should say?
17 more damage.
17 more damage. All right. So let me do that real fast. It was, and this was against the beige one.
Yeah.
Okay. So all right. Okay. This the red scorpion looks like it's really hurting as well, but it's not down yet.
Okay.
All right. It's the black scorpion's turn. The black scorpion
Saves.
saves.
Wisdom.
Wait, I thought we were past that because you had. Oh no, I need to make a save, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. You were like Black Scorpion saves, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
sorry, I was trying to like unmute it, but like even though I was hitting the button for it, it was
Gotcha.
still like not undoing it. I don't know. I think
no,
this was
dude,
lagging.
totally cool. I was just going, like, I don't have to roll a save anymore.
Yeah,
I thought I had
I was
to
trying
roll.
to
Okay,
explain it, and it's like, yeah,
Okay.
Can I go? Hello?
all right, here we go. It's a wisdom save, correct?
Yep.
All right, it's a 15 minus 1, 14.
Nice.
Does that save?
Not anymore.
No, shit, that's right. 14 fails. Damn it. All right,
Ooh, and that's good. That is 13.
13 against the Black Scorpion.
Yep.
All right. So, just so you know, you're a dickhead, and the Black Scorpion is almost dead.
Oh.
But it's not dead yet. And so
Didn't
it's
take
going to
his
do
turn.
this. It's going to shift in here, and it's going to claw, and then we'll roll some dice to see where the stinger goes. All right. First claw against Browning. Oh, shit, is a miss. Second claw against Seraph. Oh, that's a miss. All right. Seraph, do you want low or high?
Let's go low again.
All right, low it is. Coming at you. Here we go. Ooh! Does an 8 hit you?
Nope.
No, it doesn't. All right, so it's just like king, king, king. And the stinger comes down. Doesn't even come close. All right, god damn it. All right, but right after that, the beige scorpion has a chance to go. So the beige scorpion is going to slide up about 5 feet, and it's
Saves
going to
first.
attack. What's the matter?
He has to save first.
Wait, I have a question. If he doesn't move, does he have to save?
Yes.
All right, cool.
He
Then
starts
in that
his
case, that's
turn
what it is.
in there.
All right. That was a 15 total. Did that work?
That one does save, so he takes half.
All right, so what do I got?
So that
Fuck this
is
spell. I can't believe I didn't break this spell from your ass yet, but okay.
11, 12, 13, so half is 6.
6 points of damage. All right, got it.
You only
Marked
hit me
down.
those 2 times.
Dude, I still figured maybe you'd roll bad, but whatever.
Yeah,
All right.
Only for the save against the poison.
All right, so I'm going to do a claw against Seraph. I'm going to do a claw against Reamer.
Okay.
Wait.
By
TJ,
the
what
way,
happened?
By the way, with that poison thing, I hope that you didn't need like +3 more because I forgot about the paladin like aura of protection.
I needed one more.
Uh,
I
Alright, well-
Next time.
Wait, honestly, no. The poison one was not just like within inches. So I'm gonna say we're not gonna retcon that, but that's good to know. So for paladin aura, is it only against poison? Only like what is it? What is it for?
it's +3 to all saves if they're within 10 feet of me.
Okay, cool. All right. So here we go. This is Beige's 2 claws and then a sting. First one is going to go with Seraph. I'm going to fire a die that just rolls into the next room. So excuse me for a moment. Let's try this again. Oh, shit. Does a 23 hit Seraph?
23. Yep.
All right. That's a claw coming at you. Second claw coming at Reamer. Does not hit. Goddamn 6 on the die. All right. Last one. Stinger coming. Is it going to come at Seraph? Is it going to come at Reamer? Seraph, I'll give you the choice. High or low?
Low.
All right. It's coming at Reamer. I know I need big numbers for this. Oh, shit. 23 exactly. All right, so I got a claw coming at Seraph, and I got a poison stinger coming at Reamer. All right, boom. First one coming at... what is it? What is it? Claw? Claw is a D8. I need a D8. All right, could have had a D8. All right. Seraph, you take 5 points of damage as this claw comes across and, like, snips into, like, your left arm, and you're like, ah! As it cuts through your armor and, like, severs into your flesh a little bit. Not a lot of damage, but it does some damage. However, first thing we're going to do is the D10 versus Reamer. That's 10. You're going to take 12 points of damage as the stinger like sutures into your chest. So take that down.
Okay.
You might need to make some concentration checks, but we won't get to there yet. Next thing I need you to do, though, is I need you to give me a con save.
Yeah, so that's a 19.
You take half damage on this. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sorry, 23. That's right.
All right, here we go.
Already forgot.
Wow. 17. 27 divided by 2 is going to be 13 points of damage. You take 13 points of damage from this strike. As it like hits you and it goes boom, boom, and this poison goes through you. Both of these scorpions, by the way, I should have done this too. I apologize. Both of these scorpions are definitely bloodied and coming down, but they're doing their best to bring you down too. All right, that was Beige. It goes to Braylon. Braylon tries to throw another one of these like snowballs of death towards the beige one. Actually, no, towards the black one because that's the one that's been attacking his brother. Misses again. That's Braylon's turn. God damn it. All right, Braylon's done. It goes to Reaper. Reaper, what are you doing? Reamer, what are you doing?
Unfortunately, I lost my my spirit guardians on that very last one.
Even with my +3?
I think even with your +3.
Damn.
Damn!
I needed. Is it the higher of the two? Yeah. So if it's only, if I needed to get to 10, I think, right? Anyway, that's the lowest it could be.
Quick question. Your aura doesn't have anything to do with concentration, right? It just has to do with you have an aura.
It has to do with saves.
Yeah, just the paladin, just like.
Yeah, no. I just wanted to make sure that, like, if you as the paladin took damage, it was something that you had a chance to, like, not, kind of like sort of like push out from your body, right? If that's all. All right, cool. All right.
Yeah, just for saves, I think.
Okay.
So, I'm going to, think I'm going to have this first one, this beige guy, make a... Actually, I'll have the black one make a dex saving throw.
A dex saving throw. All right. What do we got for
Sacred
that?
Flame.
Dex. Okay, here we go. Does a 14 pass?
No, it doesn't.
Damn it! All right.
So that is 7 points of radiant damage.
On the black one, the black one is dead.
Nice. And then I'm going to have my sword swing as a bonus action at that scorpion right there.
Beige. Excuse me, beige one.
Yes. 17, I believe.
To hit?
Yes. Let me make
That
sure.
is a hit. That is a hit.
Yeah. So that is...
1 point of damage.
6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Okay. All right. It looks like it's really hurting. It's not dead yet, but it's really hurting. And also, if you have not lost your spiritual weapon yet, your spiritual weapon is still on the board as well.
Yes. That was what I used for that attack.
Oh! I understand. I'm sorry. Cool. All right. So, is that your turn?
That is my turn. Yes.
Okay. So it goes to Scorpion Red. Scorpion Red is dead, which just sounds fun to say. And move down, and is going to swing 3 times at this scorpion to try to take it out, which he might do. That's not going to do that. Throwing shit on the floor at this point. That's not going to hit. Last one is a hit. All right, so we're going to do... Well, this could work. 3 plus 5. And the last hit comes down, and I just imagine he, like, in... Does anyone remember the game? Shit, what was it called? It's Killer Instinct. It was like a fighting game.
Yeah, I think they
Sabers.
just recently made a remake of it.
Yeah, they had like Saberwolf, you had Thunderhawk. Well, if you can imagine Thunderhawk, like the Native American guy with like the fucking tomahawk, like that's what Browling does. Like he just like leaps up, knees up, fucking flying squirrel kind of shit, and brings it down right on top of this guy. And it just sort of like wigs out in that classic like gross bug like sound and drops it, and it's done. And so with that, what I'm going to do is take a brief pause for just a moment because I need one more bathroom break. And then we've got a lot of shit to discuss. So I'll be right back.
Cool.
Short rest. Or long one.
You need to recover everything.
Yeah. Leave. We'll be right back. We'll be back in there in a bit. What's the festival? Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to rest up, though.
It looks like this is like toward the end of the dungeon.
Yeah, but
I don't see another. I don't need to see another
where
space
that
to move.
leads.
Yeah.
Because we haven't found any evidence of the dwarves.
That's true. Well, I've been very concerned with this character. Like same way I played Harbor the other day, where I just cast, the cantrip because I wasn't sure that we were how close we were, and so I was just letting everyone else handle it because I'm like, I don't want to expend a rage right now. I don't want to get up close personal.
Right.
But
So what you're saying is Harbor really is a pussy and we hate him. Okay, cool. Yeah, no. I mean, Halvar's totally down. Hal's totally down with that understanding. No, I'm kidding.
Mm-mm.
Or am I? No. But so, all right, wait. First thing I want to do is this. I want to remove this from there. The second thing I want to do is this, is let you guys know that I am playing this adventure where you guys are amassing gold for defeating creatures because they have treasure value accumulated with them. Whether it's like gold and silver and platinum coins that are like caught between the chitinous plates on a scorpion, or ropers having some sort of like, inability to digest magical shit. What I don't have for you at the moment is I don't have that for you to give to you, but there is a material like sort of gold or platinum component that is associated with these that I will be giving to you. And I didn't say that before, but I want to let you guys know that. The next thing I want to say is this, is that congratulations, you guys have taken care of the shit that was in this passageway, but there is a gaping black maw that goes down next to you. As you guys look around, I'm not going to get... Actually, everybody give me a perception check. I'm going to give Braylon and Browlin a check, too, for this. So,
Ooh. There it is. 30.
11.
okay. So, Browlin's still a little bit back after, almost being eaten and bitten in half by a fucking roper. And Braylon as sort of the more diesel fighter or whatever, or maybe Bard at some point, or maybe he stays a fighter or whatever. He's kind of they're kind of exploring, and you realize that what you're seeing in this chamber is a chamber that has a number of interesting kinds of ore that are in the various side pockets of this region, right? And so this makes you think that the dwarves that you came down to find out, where were they going and what were they doing, this is what they were doing, right? They had come down and they thought that they had found and harvested, or found a place to harvest, various types of ore and minerals and things that they could use for crafting and sort of meticulously making into other things. And even Braylon and Browlin themselves are just oh, this room itself could yield all kinds of things for the Iron Shields, to make sure that maybe if we don't even win this year, next year we'll come in for, a placing at the Glittering Debate. And so you guys kind of get the feeling that's why that was happening. But there's also this massive square hole in the floor that does not seem reminiscent of dwarves foraging and working through. This seems like something that has been shaped. What do you guys do?
I think, was there still another roper we did not check before going down there? Because we checked out this
Wait,
one.
I'll tell you what. Give me an intelligence check. Because a lot of shit has happened since then.
But I remembered.
You are a player. Give me intelligence check because we're checking for your character.
But that was my natural 20 with the investigation.
Give me an intelligence check for your character.
A natural 20.
By the way, the DC was 5. That's what I set for you. So I wasn't gonna tell you that and be roll for a 5. But yeah, so I had no doubt that you were
That's
gonna fucking
ridiculous.
it.
I've been getting, my combat has been going down, but I've been killing it on these checks.
Anytime I'm gonna try to find
God
shit.
damn it.
Okay, so you remember that there is a roper for you to still seek out and check. But I would like you and Reamer to give me an investigation or perception or investigation, whatever is higher.
Okay.
And I'm not taking away from what you want to do, Seraph. You realize that yes, there is still a Rupert body that you haven't checked out.
Okay.
What was the perception we just rolled?
I'm sorry, what?
What was the perception that we just rolled?
Right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just right before Seraph asked about the other roper.
Oh, that was it. No, that was it. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, cool.
So
I rolled a 30 on that, so I just wanted to have that.
Yeah, okay. So, and Seraph, what did you roll on the perception check?
That I think you rolled an 11.
Yes.
11. Okay. Seraph, you see that there is like a large kind of gaping hole in the floor at the end of this tunnel that doesn't match what the sort of dwarven digging signatures are that are around here. I'm also going to say that your spiritual weapon has abided. I'm going to just take that off. Reamer, on the other hand, realizes that this doesn't look like a blasting hole. This looks like a hole that someone dug up from below and kind of maybe cleared it out. You may get more information if you get closer to the edge.
Could I cast light on like a rock and like toss it over into the hole?
Well, so you can absolutely do that, but if you do that from right now, you have no idea where it goes. You know what I'm saying? Like you're what?
Yep.
You're 10, 15 feet away from it. So if you were to do that, you'd be like, oh look, I still don't know. So if you do that, yes, and you could see where it goes, but you're only going to know that if you get closer to the edge.
Yep. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do a precautionary one first, because giant scorpions just came out from under there, and I just want to see it's like.
Well, do me a favor. Everybody, give me a perception check, and by everybody I mean specifically Sarah and Reamer.
20, not natural.
23.
Okay, both of you, like that phrase of like, peeling your ears, like putting the ear to the groundstone, listening to the tracks. You don't hear anything. You hear like a soft wind seems to be blowing out from the cavern mouth that's in front of you. Like this sort of opening, and then occasionally you hear like almost like there's like a pull in, like some other motion with it, but there is no other sound that you get.
If we're checking this out, I want to tie off whoever's going over there.
Tie off, like give them 6 quick drinks and push them off. You're pretty tied off. Go! Yeah.
Never heard it used that way before, but also no.
Well, I was thinking along the lines of like, tied one, so I tied one off, like boop, see you later.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like, do you guys get closer to the edge and look, or no, or?
Wait, is this after I checked the other roper?
I'm gonna say that you start heading back to the roper, so I'll give you that second amount. So I'm gonna ask Reamer, Reamer, going to get closer and check out this, because you actually never know the other.
Yeah, I don't know how eager I am to get closer in.
Well, I would say this, that if you threw like a lidded stone or lighted stone down this and you saw it just disappear and there was no response and you pause for a moment and listen, then you're going to kind of be like, what is this? Like a black hole? Like, is this like a hole to another dimension? Like I don't know. honestly, even if I was standing there scared shitless that I just fought 2 ropers and 3 scorpions, or I'm sorry, 3 giant scorpions, I'd still be like, what the fuck is the hole in the floor? Like, what is that?
Yeah, if I see no reaction, I'll do that again with the same light on a rock or something and drop it down, but this time closer.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this not because I'm trying to be a dick, but you're dead. No, I'm kidding. You come over, and this time you're like, and like you throw a pebble or a stone down, and it goes, mom, 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 and it illuminates, and the sides of the cavern or this aperture in the floor look like shorn, like somebody or something did something to do this. Now, was it somebody that like mined it down and like made it look nice and pristine? Was it some sort of like magic? You're not sure. Like, there's no way to distinguish between the two. What you can tell is that there is like just a clear shaft that goes down, and then when you throw that stone and it goes like at the bottom, like right about here, or like, I mean, it bounces and it lands over here or whatever. You see that at the bottom of this hole, maybe 25, 30 feet down, is the beginning of another cavern. You can tell, however, that the way that this opening was created is very different than what you see the dwarves are doing, like around the edges of the place that you guys are in.
Mm-hmm. More sheared rather than broken or
yeah.
whatever.
Well, think of like like Snow White and the Seven Dwarves with pickaxes, just being like, let's create this stuff out of here, do what we can with it. And this looks like something that was either sculpted by artisans or something that was sculpted by magic, and you're not quite sure because there's not like residue or something about that. That being said, Seraph, you have in this interim had a chance to run back to that first roper, and I want you to give me 2 things. 1, an investigation check, and 2, a dice roll. So first, give me an investigation check.
9.
9 total?
Yep.
Okay. And then the second thing I want you to do is give me a intelligence roll.
Oh, that's the same. That's even lower. God damn, that's a 4.
All right. So what you find, because you did see something kind of shimmered, and there's this like bubbling, like blah, 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 kind of gook around with this monster. You see this like piece of I don't know. It looks gross as it's coming out, but it looks like it's like it's leather. Looks like it's like a piece of leather that's got kind of like some sewing or stitching marks on it. That's sort of like blah, 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 blah. Comes up to the surface. What do you do?
Piece of leather. I'll pick it up.
So you reach in and grab it, and again, it's like comes out. You're holding in your hand what looks like some sort of like small backpack that maybe some college freshman would wear when they go to the gym, or that some like, fucking Japanese kid would wear to run around the world. Give me a knowledge arcana.
12.
You're not really sure with this. You might want to check with some of your friends.
Okay.
You've got a little leather backpack, but you're not sure what it is. All right. Okay. That being said, what do you guys want to do right now? So, like, there's this gaping hole at the end of the tunnel. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I want to cut back to Reamer. Reamer, you just like went, oh, let's light a match and throw it down. What are you doing right now?
I'm gonna recast light on myself so I can see up here, and then I'm gonna turn around to head back to Seraph. And I'm gonna suggest that we take a little breather because I'm not doing great.
And Browland says, I think we should go back and report, but we should report only after we know where this tunnel leads to.
Well, what's below this?
That's what I mean. I don't know.
Okay. So
All the people here, what I'm saying is this. What if we were to lower someone down to see where this goes and then pull them back up as soon as we know? Is anyone willing to do that? I'm willing to lend the strength to do it, to pull them back up. That way we can go back and say, is this an en route to some sort of like enclave that's going to bring down the destruction of us? I'm not saying drop them down and say bang on the bottom and bye and pull them back up so they die. I mean someone who's aware, so maybe as they start to drop down they can, like, you know, look around, feel around, know what's happening around here.
You
Braylon's
don't
like,
want to send me.
well, I mean, you're a forge, but
I seem to be doing pretty well. I think I can be lowered down.
I'm just super heavy.
Browland says, okay, well, you're heavy and you're a mess. So, okay, you're a puller. So what we're going to do is, Braylon is going to do something for you. He's going to come up, and he comes up and he does this thing, and he sort of like starts going, and like he's kind of like Mr. Miyagi washing his hands back and forth. And then he puts them, and he says, I apologize. But he puts them on your face and reaches up to your temple. And all of a sudden there's this sort of like searing, not pain, but like intensity that happens to you, Seraph. And you now have advantage on perception checks. And he says, it's not, and Braylon says, it's not always pleasant, but I apologize. And if you're going in a hole, then maybe this will help. And so, that being said, Braylon and, you know, your friend, the robot, says, here's a rope, jump into it, let's go do it. Do you go down?
Do I go down? Yeah.
Okay. So, hold on. I need to do something really fast. Oh, shit. All right, hold on, everybody. I'm sorry. Why is this shit not working? Okay, fine, whatever. Jesus Christ. Sometimes playing in Roll20 is awesome, and then sometimes you just sit there and go, you will join the game shortly. And you go, I'm literally the game. I don't understand why we're doing this. Okay, so I'm gonna, like, for sake of like argument and a number of other things, basically, can people see? You know what? Are we even on the? No, we're not. Okay. Okay. Basically, TJ, as you come down, Sarah, into this area right here. Can you see where I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a couple things you immediately start to notice. Apparently, I'm retarded and can't use English anymore. The things that you notice are that there is a large... I didn't have a chance to put this in there, but there is a large cage here. There's a large cage here that have been opened. And these cages... Give me a wisdom or intelligence check, whichever is higher for you.
Okay. God damn, what's with all these? 11. Wisdom.
11 is enough to recognize that these two cages are roughly the size of what those ropers were, and they have been opened. You also notice, give me an additional perception or investigation check, whichever is better.
Additional perception. Those have advantage. That is 19.
19. You also notice there are some shattered glass vials, vases, across the area down here. Bam, and like bam, and like bam. You don't know this, but if you were to check in with some of your previous folks, they might actually tell you that that was because of something they heard. The next thing you notice is that with some of the perception checks you've made, is that there are a series of footprints that are leading away. They seem soft and delicate. I want you to make one more perception check. Or investigation, whatever's higher.
13.
So you see one set that's leading away. I mean, like one set of type, like so like if like 14 humans ran off this way, you'd know. If like 3 bugbears ran off this way, you'd know. And so to be more specific, you see that there are some like 3 or humanoid footfalls that seem to lead off in this direction. But you're unsure as far as what they are. What you do know, though, is you see that there are large scraping marks that are brought in to bring the cages that are here and here that are open, that would have fit the ropers. And you also notice 3 series of broken glass, like here and here and here, that may have set off the giant scorpions that you met with. What do you do? Poo your pants and then run away. Fair enough. That's what we all do. So, yeah.
I mean, that's all I can see when I'm like lower down here. I don't want to go too far, and I think I would.
So basically, like you're lower down, you see the area that is, this large square or rectangle that you're there, and that's what you notice. You notice these cages that may have in fact held the ropers. You notice these broken glass vials that, I don't know, may have in some magical way contained the scorpions you just faced. And then you also notice a series of footprints that are running away to the north that are right here.
Alright. And I don't want to like get off of the rope, so I'll just kind of like tug it so that they bring me back up.
Okay. And they bring you back up. And what I'm going to do is this so that we get an idea. I'm just going to bring us all back to this map. And give me a sec. And say that we're all back like right here. So what do you guys want to do?
Report in.
It's not a bad idea.
Cool deal.
Um,
I'm down with that. Sorry.
All right. So then let's do this because it's about 11:30 right now. So why don't we say this? You guys head back into. Hang on. I gotta shrink the map for a sec. I gotta shrink it again. All right. So you guys, you should probably shrink that too. All right. You guys work your way back, and do you try to like come up the stairs? Maybe there's a port, or do you come back to the iron doors? Excuse me.
When we come back, do we see anyone looking out?
Well, that's kind of like the cachet about that is nobody sees anyone looking out from that like sort of entry point. So, excuse me. Do you like if you go back there, like you'd have to go up and knock on the door, and if the dwarves haven't actually put somebody there, there's nobody there. But you know for a fact that people are going to be behind and waiting at the iron doors at the end.
Okay, gonna go to the iron doors.
All right, so you guys go back. You back on the doors. Like there's a moment where you're just like, somebody freaking answer us, and all of a sudden like, it opens up. And Fargus is standing there going, so what can you tell me? And you've got like Braylon and Browlin looking like they just got bit and fucking chewed apart. And they're just like, Jesus Christ! Or, I'm sorry, let me put that in a more like D&D setting. Meridian's fucking mother! You know? So like that's kind of shit that's going on now. And Fargus looks at you and is just like, get in here, and like pulls you in and like, and this iron door closes again, and he says, let's try to get as many people down here as we can. What can you tell me? And like you guys start telling him there's an aperture, there's these creatures, and wait, I have to ask. So Seraph, you share the idea that there was like clearly some sort of like, let's bring these up and send up a hole kind of thing, you know, with like the cages and whatever in the glass. Okay, cool. So they're just like, Jesus, the only kind we can think of that would do this to us would be the drow themselves. And people are just like, the drow. And someone else like, what's the drow? And they're like, well, fucking stab you in the face. You don't know what the drow is.
They must be big rivals for the glitter competition.
Good thinking.
Do you say that?
Oh, absolutely.
And so you immediately get the feeling, like you just said, everyone's mother smells like, I don't know, horseshit. And they all turn and they go, the drow. Oh, well, not all, but like they're just like a friendly face just kind of reaches out and kind of says, the drow do not compete in the glittering debate because the drow are not dwarves.
Were they disqualified?
Also, the dwarves are evil. We dwarves are noble.
Wait.
Those who try to claim places in the Underdark just because they cannot see the light does not mean that they are in fact light. Also, elves are the worst ever. And then just go back to doing what they're doing, so.
What other reason would someone have to do all of this than to win the competition? I don't get it. And I just mutter to myself and just kind of.
So what I want to do is I want to leave because it's about 11:30 right now, and we can do this again on Thursday to play again. But what I want to do for you guys is that there's a lot of questions going on now, right? Like you guys know that you had traveled or traversed down to like a lower level of the Dwarven's Enclave that we're following up on some missing dwarves, some missing stuff. And all of a sudden, you face these monsters that are like, I'm going to eat you, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to stab the shit out of you. But some of you, especially when you start to talk to each other, realize there was something that kind of knew that we would be there. Almost like this was a setup or a trap. And then when you got down a little further, was this drow? Like, is this drow? I don't know. We don't know. We haven't faced drow. I'm not sure. But the footprints below seem to suggest that this wasn't hugely drow. It wasn't majoritarily drow. What's happening? We don't know. Roper, on the other hand, or Reamer, on the other hand, is like, there's some kind of forging shit going up above. I want to be part of this. Seraph, you're like, I don't know what's going on. And then you got Braylon and Browlin. Are they going to keep following you guys? Are they going to do their own thing? What's going to happen? So what I suggest is, you guys are all fucking, you're going to die. No. What I suggest is that let's get some ideas. Think about some thoughts. If you want to chat before Thursday, let me know. And if not, your DM will provide some weird shit for you to have to deal with. And we'll go from there. But you guys are working towards figuring out what the Thunder Below is. Any ideas? Any thoughts, concepts, ideas?
I mean, leaning towards something with drow, but I don't know what might be else that would be the thunder specifically.
All right. That's one idea. TJ, anything?
Thor, because he's, the god of thunder.
Yep,
He's
God
down
of
there.
Thunder is in the bowels of the earth, and he's going to just punch his way through everybody's poop. Boop, boop,
Yeah,
boop, boop. No,
Fell
that's not it.
through. He fell through
This is
Asgard
just
as
gonna
I
be-
fell from
Yeah,
the heavens.
it's just gonna be like a cut scene in one of the like Thor movies, just like him cutting through, and like it's just us in the background.
This all makes too much sense to me.
This is canon.
So I'll say this. First of all, if that happens, amazing.
Right.
As the DM, I can't wait to tell you how wrong you are.
Spoilers.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're not going to go visit the Norse pantheon underground favorite, but whatever.
Oh.
But,
So you have an adventure for me?
Yes, sir, I do.
do you indeed have an adventure for? But yeah, but no, good stuff, and hopefully you guys aren't bored yet. I'm not gonna lie, like, so if you look up like challenge ratings, 2 ropers against a party of 4 is an extremely difficult event, and you guys handled it pretty well. And then on top of that, to throw the giant scorpion event, that's pretty dope. Do you know what else is pretty dope?
Think of a few things.
Drow.
Thor.
Alright, so first of all, Thor is cool and Drow are cool, but they're not dope. Second of all, it means that when you start your next adventure, whether it's Thursday or next week or whatever it is, 7th level,
Oh, I was gonna
bitches!
say,
You
wait a
made it
second,
past a
he's talking
milestone!
about all the shit we crushed. All right, sick.
Dope.
Like I said, I anticipate setting this adventure that, like, when you make it past. So, some of the theories about like leveling is once you do one thing, then you got to do 1 and 2, and 1 and 2 and 3, or whatever. Here's the thing: is I'm gonna keep trying to scale whatever you guys face and deal with to your level, and if it's below your level, you're just gonna be like, wow, you handle it fast, unless it kills you. But what I am trying to do is make sure that you feel that, like, after several escapades, you feel rewarded by getting it. So when we enter the next Thunder Below scenario, be the next level and understand that it's cool. All right?
Cool.
All right. Sounds
All
good.
right. All right. I am going to go make a sandwich and pass out. So, good night, everybody. And also, wait, I do have to ask a quick question.
Yes.
So, Saturday night was amazing. It was super fun. Like, people were laughing. Amazing. I love it. Are you guys having fun with this? Because if you're not having fun, I don't want to force you into playing a game that you don't like, and I don't want to do that. But this is a concept I came up with that I want to see what you want to do with, and if you don't want to do it, that's totally fine too.
I mean, so far so good.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Like my idea, the ideal adventuring party for this would be people, or I would say actually maybe even 3 to 4 people. And if you guys can find people that want to play while we do this, I'm down with it. Because I don't want to just be like, here's some people that can help you, not die. But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind. Like, if I don't know, figuring out. I know it's kind of hard to come up with cool monsters when it's only like 2 people.
Yeah. It definitely helped, in the pirate game when, the 2 new guys came on, and then it's just like, 4. All right. Different.
Well, so here's the thing: is that like I have a couple NPCs that those NPCs will continue to go with you and level up with you and do whatever with you and blah blah blah. But if there are other people that are interested or that are, let's jump into blah blah blah, then let's do it. So that's all I'm saying with that.
I was talking to Daryl, and it didn't end up like he might be free. So I mean, like TJ, I think had said something about it in the past. Though it's like it's just tough because you don't want to end up carrying his guy. But I mean, honestly, even if with this, you came into it knowing that, as long as we could then take it and not be like, oh, I'll just be a placeholder. It's like once it happens, we're just like, all right, here's like his shtick. We'll figure it out and
let's do
it something with it. I think we can make that happen.
I say let's see what we can do with it.
I
think if you guys are interested in seeing where this story goes and you're not bored by it, then awesome, and we'll keep doing it.
I am interested. I just with having NPCs with us, I think I would only really want to have one, and then have it be like a lesser level. And the only reason is just not to take away any events. Like, they did a lot of damage and helped out a lot, and that's cool. But if they got a finishing hit or something like that, it's just you know what I mean?
No, fair enough.
I mean, I don't know, because with Starfinder, we were trying to do 2 people each. And with 5th edition, where it's so much simpler, I honestly think with our knowledge, we could run 2 guys, and that way we could play off of each other with it. Because we've already established these 2 characters.
That's true.
I just don't think that you and I specifically would have any problem running 2 each and playing them off of all of each other.
I mean, that's
Well, so I will say 2 things. One is let's table it, right? We'll think about what can work and what we can do with it. And then the other part about this is, if anybody has Alexa, and I don't have Alexa, but apparently you can download it on your phone, and I'm weighing in on this, that if you have access to Alexa, Alexa will teach you to play Starfinder. You can say, Alexa, play Starfinder, and it will run you through a Starfinder scenario to get you familiar.
That's pretty crazy.
No, first of all, that's amazing. But yes. So, all right.
So, yeah, I mean, and just thoughts on just as what I was saying. The only thing is, there's no connection to these guys. They're faceless, helper monsters. Whereas, if, TJ and I had built, another pair of guys that, bounce off of each other, we'd have more connection with that. Because, I know a lot about Seraph, and, I already clicked on, certain things with it. So that's the only thing that I, kind of see with it.
Okay. Yeah, no, listen, I think that's fair. So let's do this. What's our next? Our next game is Thursday, so whatever. But
Lucas said he would get back to me about running my game later in the week, possibly. But it's he's been kind of just flaky about it. So, if not, then I'm cool with that. But there might be a
I
possibility.
think if you can be prepared for Thursday, Tom, like I think because we skipped out on TJ's tonight, if we have access, we can do that.
Oh no, absolutely. Make sure Friday,
But yeah,
Thursday,
definitely.
whatever it is. So.
I'm pumped, for Thursday. If
Well,
honestly,
let me
either.
put it this way: are you
I
guys
have to prep for
enjoying this
Saturday,
thus
so.
far because you don't know what's happening?
I'm sorry. What was the question?
I was just gonna say, like, are you guys enjoying because I don't know what's gonna happen? There's a hole in the floor. I don't know what's gonna happen, kind of shit. Like, are you guys having fun with it?
Yeah, I just know I need a rest because I'm hurting.
I think, are you saying like? Well, I'll put it this way: that I am curious what is below if they're immediately saying drow, and the tracks that I don't immediately go to that. There is a sense of mystery there.
All right, cool. Well, I guess the question is fun, just sort of, I'm in another thing, so.
I'm sorry, that's cutting out, so I can't I don't get the.
Oh, dude, I had to do a job interview in which that same shit happened. It was like halfway through a questionnaire, like, would you, and then, and I went, are you serious right now? So,
could I get any information of
Yeah.
what the words were that you were saying?
yeah, no, but for TJ, like, I totally get it. Like, shit. I want you guys to enjoy playing the sort of environment and concept. And so what you were saying, TJ, about the concept of being like, I don't know what's here, I don't know what's there. That's cool. For me, that's cool because I want you to feel a little, like maybe a little what or like what's happening. I'm not sure, but also I don't want you to feel like I'm creating a game where you're going. I don't want to do that. So, but anyways, all right. It is almost midnight. Gents,
True.
I'll talk to you guys later. If we touch base and it is Thursday and we're doing this, then we'll do it. If not, then we'll do it and we'll do it. All right? So, good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
exactly.
Exactly.
All right.
Yes. Delicious.
All right.
All right.
We'll talk to y'all later. All
Later,
right.
guys.
Bye.
Later.